Hi, family. I hope you are all well by the grace of God. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If this is your first time, my name is Mambi. Please, if you like what I'm doing here, consider subscribing to join our family. If you are just passing by, thank you so much for passing by. Like the video and stay with us as I share stories about African news and also traveling. This video is another interesting one, and I cannot keep it to myself. I have to share it with us so we can take one or two things out of it. I'm intentionally bringing these videos bit by bit so we can keep the fire of Africa burning in us. Once we listen to videos like this, it creates something in us, whether we like it or not. It brings something into our mind. And this video, for once, it will teach us something to look forward to now and in future, something that our leaders knows, but they keep quiet about it. And I pray for a better Africa, a better leader for Africa. And I pray that one day we will stay in our country and we will never dream of traveling anywhere, whether we're passing through desert, whether we're passing through the sea, whatever, we will stay. Because with a good leader, we don't have to travel anywhere. We can go on holidays, but then we can still go back home. Things are happening in Africa from the beginning, and it continued to happen, and we keep talking about it. A lot of people have been talking about it for a long time. This video is about a lady, a Ghanaian writer, former education minister during the time of JJ. Her name is Ama Ata Aidoo. I just want to react on this video and put the thought or the video of this European man, put it together and see if this will make sense. For me, it makes sense. She was saying that we give everything to Westerners. Africa has give and gave, and now we have nothing. They cook their AIDS, all the big cough, the diseases. When she said big cough, I laugh. What is big cough? Big cough, I'm coughing, sorry. It's tuberculosis. Animals' brains is even better than our brain. And she said, according to her, it's even in their books. Then I wonder why a lady called me mocking at Peterborough about 3, 4 years ago, less than 4 years ago. I was like, yeah, that's why. If it is indeed in their literature, so they see us as monkeys. Wow, I never thought of it that way. I hope my husband doesn't see me as a monkey. I don't think so. Anyway, listen to, may her soul rest in peace, Madam Amber first, and then we go to the rest of the video. Thank you so much.
The thing is that, as far as I'm concerned, since we met you people 500 years ago, look at us. We've given everything. You are still taking. It's true. I mean, where will the whole Western world be without Africa? Our cocoa, our timber, our gold, our diamonds, our platinum, our whatever. Everything you are is us. I am not saying it, it's a fact. And in return for all of this, what have we got? Nothing. Anti-personnel indoctrination against ourselves. If you go and cook your horrible diseases like AIDS, you say it is us.
She was asked, would Africa ever forgive the West? And she said, why should we forgive? They have not done anything. The West has not done anything wrong. Every human being has something in them to protect themselves, and we didn't do it. We didn't protect ourselves. They needed something, and they came and got it. They got our people to work for them, to dig the gold for them to take away, and keep them enslaved for years, 500 years and over. And they still continue to get from us because we are not protecting ourselves. And until we change our attitude, they will continue to get from us.
They said, Lord Burton, yes, people like that, they said, we don't even have the brain of animals. That's what we've got from you people.
But don't you think that this is over now?
Over where? Is it over? Who said that AIDS came from the green monkey?
Well, if this is your impression, do you think that you can ever forgive us?
It's not a question of forgiveness. I have nothing against you. My point is that you did and you are doing for your survival what is necessary. We can't blame you for that. The fact that we didn't do enough for our own survival and we are still not doing enough for our survival. Even everybody that God has created has a sense of survival. If we don't develop it, we can't blame white people. You came here because you needed these things. You took gunpowder from the Chinese. You needed them to shoot people.
She was asked again, what about the foreign aid? Does she consider that as another way of colonization? She said, yes, of course, it is. Who will continue to beg forever as a whole continent, not a country, a continent, receiving aid all the time? Aid is like a leftover. Nobody will give you their right something, anything that is good for them. They will give you the leftover. The leftover is what Africa is getting as aid, in the form of aid, in order to continue exploiting Africa. So aid is not the answer of Africa. Don't we know that? We all know that already. I'll play that video for you to listen to.
Do you consider aid as a new form of colonization?
Of course.
Why?
That's why, you know, my people, the Akans, we have a proverb. It says that good morning, thank you is never enough to salt anybody's food forever. You cannot build your life on thank you, English, thank you, God, you know, which is what aid makes, you know, we are always receiving. Nobody anywhere in this world is going to send you their best of anything. Neither the experts nor people, you give us what you can afford. Aid is the leftover. A whole continent cannot live forever on aid. Africa, we are in danger of making foreign aid a kind of policy that is wrong.
But the reason why I'm combining two videos together is this European guy also says something about people are saying it loud on TikTok that Europeans are taking African resources, Europeans are taking African resources. Well, Europeans are not taking African resources for free anymore. It is our leaders that is giving it to them. This video came at the time that I just made a video about Ghana signed a contract with Australia company Atlantis and another company in UK and America to extract lithium from Ghana. People are saying it will be the first. I think Ghana will be the third Africa country that they will be extracting this lithium from. And Ghana is getting 13%. Yes. And some of our leaders are so happy about it. Let me not go there because I've made that video already. But the reason why I'm reacting on this guy's video is He is saying that they are not forcing us to give it to them. Our leaders are giving it to them. The painful part of it that he said, and I was annoyed in me. You know, when they said the truth hurts, yes, it did hurt me, and you will listen to it. And maybe you feel the same way, maybe you will not. He said that our leaders are giving it to them, and a time will come that they will fight for it after we get all the technologies. You know, the way he put it, I will put it in different, like when our leaders' eyes open and they know what they are doing to us in Africa, and they realize that no, this cannot continue anymore. That's when war will strike between Africa and Europe. Many people, not even Africans, many people are saying this for a long time. You know, when they said the world will come to an end, the world will come since in the 18th century, and the world hasn't ended. People's faith, people lost their faith. They don't believe, many people don't believe in God anymore because, well, if God will come long time, it could have come. People sell their properties, resources, and they haven't seen Jesus yet. So Jesus is not going to come now. I'm using this as an example. People are saying for a long time that when Africa finally wake up properly, there's going to be big war between Africa and the West. And guess what? They are planning for it long time ago. Why we are still depending on the crumbles of aid, waiting for them to be feeding us all the time. They are planning. The day you will say no, you don't want them to feed you, that will be the day they will come for you. And that's why all the terrorists we are creating, we are helping you to destroy the terrorists, we are helping you to get rid of the terrorists. This is what it's all about. Why they are helping you to fight the terrorists that they themselves has created. Where do they get their arms from? They have ammunitions that are sharper and bigger than the government of these countries. Are you trying to tell me that they are not in Europe? They are everywhere. If they want to strike, they will strike. God forbid, we don't want them to react. But all I'm saying is, they are getting ready everywhere, every corner of the world. They are there. So when they want to strike, they don't have to fly from anywhere. So you will say, oh, we block the airspace. No, it's not going to happen that way anymore. They've learned from World War One. They've learned from World War Two. So they know what they are doing. Listen to this man, what he's telling us.
If you've been on TikTok for a while, you must have heard about a ton of Africans telling you that Europeans stole Africa's resources. Now, there's a lot to say about that. First and foremost, most of these resources are still in Africa, and they're not being stolen by Europeans. They're actually being sold to Europeans by the African state leadership. Your own elites are robbing you. It's not us doing it. Not anymore. The real issue, of course, is why aren't Africans using their own resources to do things? Why does Mr. Beast have to go to Kenya to build water wells? Why didn't the Kenyan government do it themselves? I suppose the Kenyan government could have done it themselves. They just chose not to do it.
Yes, so he said, if our leaders are doing it, Mr. Beast will not come to Africa and be doing it for us and be building wells so that children will get common water, basic necessity to drink. He's telling us that. So we should not blame them. We want our paradise. We should build our own paradise. We should not expect them to come and build it for us. Bingo. That's it. That is it.
Nigeria is now a country of almost 220 million people, the largest country in Africa. But they only produce about 10% of the electricity that a small country like Hungary. Hungary only has 10 million people, but they produce 10 times as much electricity as Nigeria does. I mean, I know you want to have your Wakanda, right? But do you expect white people to give it to you? No, you're supposed to build it yourself. Having said all this, it is of course obvious that we Europeans in the north need to prepare for a possible, potential African rise in terms of technology and therefore also in terms of military capacity. And that means we in Europe need to already start looking ahead and thinking ahead about how we are going to win the war against Africa, because there will be a future war between Europe and Africa.
Thank you so much for watching this video. Leave your comment what you think about these two videos that I've put together for you. If you like things like this, please subscribe. God bless you. As always, I will see you soon. Bye-bye.